there is fire on the mountain. For most of you who specialize in gossiping, forget what we're supposed to be doing as a Biafra to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa come out successfully. You have caused more harm than good in this Biafra struggle. Come and see how disappointed that Dr. Matsanga is about how Biafrans are going in this Simon Ekpa's case. Come and see. I don't know how you will feel if you wake up today and start hearing that Mazi Simon Ekpa has been renditioned to Nigeria. How you will feel about it? Causing problem, and they thought the world is not watching. Today, it have happened. Come and see how bitter this man is. Come and see how disappointed this man is for the Biafra, because you people are not well coordinated. You people are distracted. You people have divided and start fighting among yourselves. Come and see it, because it is so annoying and so embarrassing as well. Come and see it. Nigeria can do anything possible to make sure they got what they want. They can influence Finland to make sure they got what they want, because we have left what that is after us and start chasing shadows. Come and watch the video. Come and watch it, because they say seeing is believing. Watch.
Thank you very much. The world. As a defender of the voiceless, an expert on international law, a voluntary defender, I want to take this opportunity to make the following closing remarks and the final closing statement and instructions if they can be followed. I speak not for power, but for the voiceless. I'm making it clear that I'm speaking in a voluntary capacity, in public interest capacity, for the case before us of Simon Ekpa versus Finland, or Finland versus Simon Ekpa. Because of the circumstances, I'm far away in another town, but in the same country. But I will make my case clear so that whoever picks this clip, especially I've sent to the defense, to see how I could have ended this case. Now that I've listened to both, all the witnesses, I've listened to cross-examinations, the bankruptcy of the whole matter. I'm a voluntary public defense expert who has devoted my work for defending the rights and dignity of the voiceless people across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow human beings, I'm approaching this case. My responsibility is not to replace the court. My defense, or defense lawyers, or judicial process that is taking place in Finland. Mine is to expose the loopholes of international insanity and the lies by Nigerian government plus the Finnish government who took the intelligence, the fake intelligence of the Nigerian system. It is not to insist that justice must be measured by evidence. It is to insist that justice must be measured by evidence, law, due process, and fairness. The final closing statement of mine, therefore, must therefore rise above personalities, cheap politics of what the case is involved in, and the cheap emotions. The defense case is a serious legal and human rights abuse against Simon Ekpa. Against Simon Ekpa's freedom of speech on self-determination of 100 million people, Biafrans, in the southeast and the Nigerian captured state of Nigeria. My argument, therefore, must be grounded, and is going to be grounded, if I were submitting this case, in the evidence before the court, and not evidence from Nigeria. I repeat, if I were the one in front of the judge, but I'm technical, I would submit it this way. I want to put this so that in case after 26th, remember me. Go back to my record and remember me. The lessons from the past trials. Ladies and gentlemen, as a scholar of international law, I wish to remain above petty differences and show the world why I have been following this case of Simon Ekpa. The Simon Ekpa trial provides an important historical lesson to the African people and the European people. To me, it is between me and Finland in Europe for failing to adhere to international European conventions. That's my case, first, and I will come to that later. The people of Biafra must not abandon their imprisoned leaders. I'm very disappointed, and I want to tell you, Biafrans, I'm disappointed with you as a volunteer handling this case voluntarily. I would thank the people who have contributed towards this at a later stage, because now we're in the battlefield. I will keep on pushing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very disturbing, therefore, that as a volunteer, I see lack of unity amongst you, amongst some of you, Biafrans. This has disgusted me as a man who has stayed here for 3 good weeks. I'm disgusted and I'm disappointed, but this is not for today. I believe that a coordinated structure should have surrounded all activities, international lawyers, political leadership, family support, international advocacy, documentation, and disciplined communication, which are a key to the victory of this case. I believe the courtroom alone was one front. The international community is another one. And this is the one I want them to listen to me and understand that in Africa, there are some people, gentlemen, who can stand by their threats and by what they are doing against African and the people who demand for their freedom. I believe the courtroom was one front. The international community is another front. I have done my best here. And on this front, I have done everything possible to expose, to give, to feed the legal team with what I believe is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, we must learn from that discipline. The prostitution case is weak. That one I want to tell you. There's no case here. It's weak. They have hidden on something called classified. But I'm going to show you. Simon, don't worry. If you pick this clip, I don't care whatever happens to you. What happens to you is I want you to be free. But when you keep this clip one day, you'll see how I've tackled this method. That strategy in me, very deadly. That we must learn to have discipline. The prostitution case is zero. Even the documents that they say classified, it's zero, it's useless. I will tackle this case in closing remarks if I were in the court. 5 principles must guide my closing remarks. Evidence before allegations. This case is it's one evidence before allegations. And you see, we have made, there's no evidence before the allegations were made. I hope the lawyer will see that. There's no evidence. The prosecution has not proved its case with credible and reliable evidence. Allegations, political assertions, intelligence theories, or unsupported testimony cannot substitute proof. Stick there, Tommy, stick there. 2, examine every link in the evidence. Let's examine every link in the evidence. As the defense, we have exposed contradictions, inconsistencies, evidential gaps, unreliable testimony of fake witnesses, and above all, failure to establish a direct connection between the accused Simon Ekpa and the specified criminal conduct alleged. That's it. It's a case for us. Go to heaven and ask Angel Gabriel. That's it. There is nothing linking. Things don't work out. I don't know how you call it in Igbo. Things don't work out. I wanted to do this one so that people can, I don't want to write only and you read. I want you to read. Listen from me, from the bottom of my heart. I have followed these 2 cases of Nigeria of Nigeria versus Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria versus Simon Ekpa, and it's not Finland, it's Nigeria versus Simon Ekpa, who they wanted to kidnap him. Yeah, until I came to a court where I'm going. You see, I told you people, those who think that I don't see, I am a graph, I'm taller, I see so far. This case, whether you do whatever it is, we must clear Mr. Simon, take him away, take him home. He has to clear his name somewhere. I'm seeing. Number 3, I ask that the court be protected from political pressure of Finland government, because at the moment the Finland government is at trial. It is in a panic state. They have been caught in catch-22. The trouser is between the ankle and the feet and the hip. They don't know what to do. Why did they enter into this? The only thing to do is quit. Quit. Just close it. You don't have anything to hold on. You can't go for a fishing expedition. You can't bring people who have never seen Simon Ekpa. Where did they see him? Where? Any of them in the court? You people have been told they closed, classified, fuck! Classified what? What is classified there? If people are doing it, they are managed problems in Nigeria, you connect it to me because I belong to Nigeria. When money is not on my account, where is the money? I would ask, where is that money? It's not on my account. Go and look for the place where the money is. So if that's why you see Nigeria has run away and it wants to hide somewhere, but I will smoke it out. I know what you want to do. So this is not a referendum of political movement in Finland that you bring somebody. We are doing politics here. No. The question is whether the prosecution has proved the specific legal elements of offenses charged. Full stop. Full stop. But if it has not proved it, where has it proved? You can't say the witnesses you brought, we had him, he was giving. Which one? Which order? Which of them were on the ground with Simon? Who? Inside who? How many Finnish nationals were recruited to go and fight in this army? Who is the complainant here? Who is the complainant? Is it the Finnish government complaining on behalf of Nigeria, or Simon violated the Finnish by recruiting Finnish nationals to go and fight in Nigeria? Anybody of them who died? Where? It's Nigeria which would have. And then if Nigeria requested for the arrest of Simon Ekpa, they should have also provided evidence and come here to say we are the one who requested because our territory had A, B, C, D, and Simon was delivering this and that and that. Whoa! Number 4 was Simon Ekpa given due process, fundamental rights, which are central to this case. The proceedings, the answer is no. The proceedings in the lower court did not give him that latitude. Now the appeal court must give him that latitude. It must be assessed against the principles of fair and trial, legality, equality before the law, and the protection of fundamental rights of freedom of speech for self-determination. There is nowhere in Europe that you find that self-determination is criminalized. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5. Those who seek justice must come with clean hands. Finland has not brought discipline and dignity, but falsehood. They brought fake falsehood in the court. They brought people and called us classified information, not to be touched, not to be seen by public. But the public needs to know, and I'm going to raise the law of red flags. Red flags somewhere. You don't know me. There's the law of red flag. When did Finland know that there was a war in southeastern Nigeria? When? 2023? This war has been there from 2016. Yes. Pictures can show way back in 2016. You can verify them from the points. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's be honest. Therefore, the evidence that Finland brought is hearsay. Oh, I had this on TV. Then you did what? I had this. I did this. I had. They killed this. They killed that. Were you there? Were you there when they were killing? You come to court wear a suit which does not fit you. When you get out, they will remove the suit from you. And then you say, I had this. I had that. The evidence does not establish the required connection. That is the bottom line. My final word and instruction is this. And Mr. Simon, I have tried my best and I've done my best and I'll do my best and I still struggle further than that. The evidence does not establish a required connection. That's all. You don't have, you are not connected to this. It's hearsay. He was here, he was speaking. So he might be speaking to Mongolians. Mongolians, have they been charged because of that? Or Filipino, Sindanano, rebels. He might have been speaking to Pakistan, Islamabad, Pakistan, in the rebel-held territories. So, which one? You haven't brought any evidence that clarifies. And in my final word and instruction, I'm not closing with anger. I'm closing with the evidence. There are no political slogans here. I don't like people just coming from Nigerian side of the prostitution doing the political slogans. I don't do those stupidity slogans. We want to close with evidence. What does the European law say? I'm now coming to my favorite area. Can bring it on. Bring it on. What does the European law say? I don't want to tell the judges, but the judges, if you pick this statement, be careful. What does it say? Before you make any appeal, any ruling, be careful. Yes, what does it say? Because I will catch you in the future if you rule this way. Ask the court to apply the law fairly. This court must ultimately determine one fundamental question. Has the prosecution actually proved the case against the accused to the standard required by the European law? That's where Matsanga comes in. That is the standard I expect from the Court of Appeal in Finland, whether today, whether Monday, whether Tuesday, whether in the future, whether Wednesday. But please tell me, did you? The lesson here is simple. It's not simply my international solidarity that has stood behind the accused. I have exposed the fake Nigerian intelligence evidence that is on trial, not Simon Ekpa. It is Nigerian government and the former Attorney General Abubakar Malami and Ojukwu, the wife of the late Ojukwu, who fought for the same Biafra, who want to betray the cause of these people. As a voluntary public defense expert for the voiceless across the globe, that is the principle I bring to this work. Justice must never depend upon political power of the state. Justice must depend upon evidence and EU law. Full stop. If you have a problem, go and look for the right transformer somewhere and do the necessary. Because if you don't do this, there is a higher court that will make me very happy. And in a higher court, there is no use selecting one lawyer to go. I will go with mine because I will go as an interested party. Believe me or not, I am not yet done. I'm not yet done with Finland. Please, I thank President Stab to take this message. I'm not yet done. Thank you for allowing us to be here. I have behaved so well, and I have done my job, and there's no interference. Thank you. But there, we are still struggling with you until you pay me. You pay you know, I'm not being paid. Mr. Tommy will be paid, but not me. Me, I'm just struggling to bring justice, to tell people that even us from Africa, we have a right to stay wherever we are. We should not be oppressed. We should not be subjected to unfair laws. Whatever happens here, I will move to clear the name of Simon Ekpa elsewhere. Thank you very much. God bless you. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is for me today. Circulate this clip, let it go high. That's my submission. I'm going to attach the submission itself in writing so that in case, I want some people in Biafra to start thinking also. Don't just look for power. Think, sit down and think like Matsanga is thinking. I want to save my brother. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Africa.
Have you seen it? You see how disappointed that this man is. This man is so disappointed on us because we, the Biafrans, have left what is after us and start chasing shadow. Instead of us to focus and make sure that we secure the freedom of Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, we went so far and start disgracing ourselves. You see, I don't know what will be your fate, but when you wake up tomorrow or someday and you start hearing that Simon Ekpa have been in Nigeria government, what will you do? What will you do? I think by that time you'll be happy. Believe this from me. If Simon Ekpa lose this case, Nnamdi Kanu will equally lose his own appeal in Nigeria government. Believe that for me. Please stop this fighting. Stop causing problem. We are one. We are one Biafra. Yes. And the Simon Ekpa have said it loud and clear. And the man said Nnamdi can said it equally loud and clear that we are one. Why are we fighting ourselves? You have turned around and become the enemy to ourselves. What is the problem? Let us focus and achieve this one goal. Biafra is our goal to achieve. What is our problem? Please spread this message. Please, please, if you are one of them causing problem in this Biafra quest, lower your ego or better back off. Stay one side. Allow the people that are doing the needful to continue doing the good work. Don't say we don't want you. Enough is enough. I come in peace. If you find this video very helpful, please don't hesitate to touch your hand for subscribe button, like and turn on the notification bell, so that whenever we upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be notified. And in doing that, you're encouraged to do more, because togetherness we shall achieve Biafra in peace. Spread the good news. Bye for now. Shalom.